we can start our current market scenario presentation. So in this budget, no, totally, if you take in India, around 7 crore tax filers are there, IT return filers. Among 3 crore of them don't pay any tax, just they file returns, but they don't pay any tax. Only 4 crores people pay the tax. In that, around now more than 2 crores are getting benefit of paying zero tax now because of the tax rebate they have given now, and because of the slab and tax rate changes. So overall, around 2 crore people are going to get benefit from the current budget. Many are saying that in India 140 crore people are there, only 1% is getting benefit. What is the use? So you can't satisfy all 140 crore in a single budget. I feel it's a big thing they have done in this current budget. Almost 1 lakh crore government has forgiven the revenue. So it's a big thing. So if you want to satisfy most of them, means one thing what I feel is that if they cut petrol and diesel prices by 10%, means majority of the population will get benefit by a single move. Even in that case, what happens now, when central government reduces tax, immediately some of the states they increase the tax, and they will get more revenue in that. So that has happened in the last 2-3 years. So that is why central government is very hesitant to cut the petrol and diesel prices. But my feeling is that suppose if crude oil prices fall below $70, means most probably petrol and diesel price will cut may come. So in that case, most of the population will get immediate benefit from that. So that is the possibility is there. But on budget, I feel it's a good budget. There is no major negative. So in a 1 lakh crore IT exemption, IT revenue has been forgone by the government. It's a big move. Definitely, I feel that it will improve the consumption, because in the last 1 to 2 year, what happened was that most of the middle class they were fed up, because they feel that they were paying very high taxes, but still they are not getting any benefit, because most state governments they have announced freebies in many states, by giving 1,000 free bus ride to ladies, and monthly 2,000 rupees to a family lady, like that they have announced. So they were fed up that their tax money are going waste. So now because of this recent move, at least some 2%, 1 to 2% of the population will be happy in that. So it's a big budget, I feel. And and the last 1 month, what happened was three major events now behind us. U.S. President Trump, he has taken charge, and daily he is making lot of announcements, and market also moving. But what I feel is that after 2-3 weeks now, most probably his statement may not get much importance now, because daily morning he gives some statement. Today morning I read that he is going to bring back a plastic straw in US, because Biden, previous president, he banned a plastic straw. Instead of paper straw he introduced. But now Trump today says that he is going to withdraw that, and again plastic straws will be introduced in US. So this type of thing, daily some announcement used to come. He tweets in the morning daily, and I feel that after 2 or 3 weeks, his statements may not get much importance in the market. That's what going to happen now. And budget is a very good budget, I feel, because most of them are going to get benefit, and it is to the target audience, because the lower middle class is the one who says that we are paying taxes and we are affected by huge inflation and we are not getting any benefit like that. So it has targeted to them by giving 60,000 rupees tax rebate. It will give some response to the economy also, because they will start spending it. At least if they have any loans, means they will pay it. NPA is of the banks will come down, consumer loans, because that is the area where some stress is there. That also may come down. Overall, it's good. It's a good budget. And the second thing is that RBI meet is over. RBI has cut interest rate by 0.25. So in the entire year, we are not expecting major cut by RBI in interest rates. One rate cut is over. Maximum another 0.25% rate cut may happen in the next 6 months. Beyond that, we are not expecting major rate cut in the current cycle. In the current year, maximum 50 basis point rate cut is possible, and it will be a very shallow rate cut cycle in India at least. And the talking point is this gold price. See, gold price has touched the all-time high. So whoever now started talking about the gold price, because on a daily basis it is going up. Today also it has gone up by 15 rupees. Now per gram 22 karat gold is 7,945. It's going like a rocket. On a daily basis it is going up. So one main reason why internationally also price is going up. Additionally, what has happened is that in rupee has depreciated against the US dollar. So that is also fueling the price in India. And when combined together, international price hike plus rupee depreciation, here we are seeing the additional impact of uh, that, and the price goes up, going up on a daily basis. And as we Indians, many of them owns of a lot of gold, almost 25,000 tons. They are telling in that India owns gold. 10% of global gold is in India only, and we benefit from the wealth effect. We benefit from it. And Nifty and Sensex, if you see that, it is up by around 0.5% in the last 1 month, whereas mid cap down by 1.7, and BSE small cap almost to 5% it is down. And many mid and small caps, they are falling. If you see the market is if you see the market is almost divergent. A small percentage of stocks were going up, whereas majority of stocks were coming down. And some of the stocks which went up very sharply in the last 6 months, they are falling the most. Some of the stocks like Keynes Technology and data center based companies like NetWeb, these are the companies which fell most in the last 1.5 months. And this is the chart of the gold, and if you see the international price, and if you see that price has gone up in the, this is the 25-year chart, and see it has gone up very sharply, especially after one sharp rise came during the global financial crisis time. One sharp rise came, then it consolidated, and then now again it started going up. Especially it started going up after the Russia-Ukraine war. At that time it started going up. What happened was that when the Russia-Ukraine war came, US freezed most of the Russian US dollar assets. So now many countries started thinking that anytime US can freeze our asset if we own in dollar. So many countries which are against US, they started buying gold, because you cannot freeze gold now. If you are owning a dollar reserves, means the US can freeze it anytime, whereas if you own gold you can't freeze it. So that is why Russia and all started buying gold. Even China is not building huge dollar reserves. Previously they had huge dollar reserves. It is almost stagnant now. The incremental money they are buying gold. So that is the reason why gold prices are going up, because many countries now preferring to buy gold, because if you buy US dollar, they can freeze if US does not like you. That is why some diversification is happening, and as many central banks globally also they are buying gold, and that is the reason why gold price is going up internationally.
But what about this paper gold and gold bond, etc.? They are in paper forms now. What is the status of that?
See, that also will go up, no sir. Sovereign gold bond, no, that also price will go up, while redemption government has to give at the market price at that time. So those who are having paper gold, they will also benefit from it. Price is going up now. And in India, additionally, this rupee depreciation, no, that is also causing it. Rupee has depreciated. 1 year chart. This is the 1 year chart of the rupee dollar. So it was almost stable, and many of them are telling that India artificially kept the rupee overvalued, and we have lost a lot of reserves in maintaining the reserves in maintaining the rupee dollar. And after that, now RBI has let it free, and it is going up very sharply, and daily basis it is depreciating. Now it is around 87.5 now. And if you watch closely, this is the euro rupee. It's also 1 year chart. See, it is almost stable now.
Depreciation of dollar will be benefit for the IT and pharma.
IT and pharma. And whereas if you see the US dollar versus rupee, it has depreciated. Whereas euro versus rupee, you see it is almost stagnant. So what does it indicate is that rupee, actually dollar is getting strengthened. That is the reason why against dollar India has depreciated, whereas against euro and against Indian rupee hasn't depreciated. This indicates that dollar has strengthened, and most of the currencies throughout the world, if you see, they have depreciated against the dollar. And in market, if you see that divergent moves are there. Stocks which are highly value, they fell more in the recent correction. So some of the companies like Anandaraj Industry, for some stories they will actually build up. Data center story, this company will benefit, and as a and some defense story they will tell that this company will benefit heavily. Immediately his stock price goes up by 2x, 3x without for any fundamental reason. Just you can see now if you want to manipulate a stock, it's very easy because everyone is having a mobile phone. Just some story with a very good English language, if you write and send to some 100 people, they will forward it to 1,000 people. Immediately within one day, you can make it to reach to around 1 crore, 2 crore people. In that, even if 1% of the people buy means, the stock price will go up very sharply. And what is the issue is that most people believe that story, whatever they tell it. So you can manipulation is very easy now in stock prices. So many operators are doing this by writing big stories and saying that this company will benefit, that company will benefit, and stock price will go up and they will buy it. That's what happening. And if you see in the last 1 month, most of the stocks which fell very sharply, 30%, 40%, 50%. If you see, these are the shares which fell. The story based companies now. These are the shares which fell most in the recent correction.
Polycarb comes under this high value.
Polycab, they have some business now, sir. They are the largest cable. Their valuation is there.
Now also valuation is high.
40-50p it is trading. No. Geofin also some story is there. See, they don't have any business. Apart from that, they have only 1 lakh crore worth of launches they are having. Other than that, last year everyone told that it is going to become the next Bajaj Finance. Without having any office throughout India, everybody told that it is going to be the next Bajaj Finance. Maybe they may become next Bajaj Finance after 30 or 40 years. They may become. It's not possible to become a Bajaj Finance within 3 years or 4 years. Maybe if they are very successful, it will take at least 25 years for them to become the next Bajaj Finance. But people started giving valuation of Bajaj Finance within 1 year. And the next biggest event which I liked very much was that the Whirlpool India promoter, he decided to exit. It's a very good case study for many fund managers. See, in the last 6 years, what used to happen was that many stocks were trading around 80 PE, 100 PE, particularly many MNC companies. Just they were trading, the main reason what was that parent company from foreign company, they will be owning 75% stake in that. So balance 25% is available in the public. In that mutual funds, some big institutions, they will corner around 15 to 20% of stocks they will be owning. So balance 5 to 7% will be available in the market and there will be no floating stock. And even that 4-5% will be the old investors who they bought 20 years, 30 years, 40 years back, and they will be getting good dividend and they won't sell it. Just like how we buy gold and we will never sell it. Even if per gram becomes 20,000 or 30,000, we never sell gold. Generally, we Indians. Only a small percentage who are urgent need of money, they may sell it. Just like that, many MNC company shareholders, they never sell the shares. Even if it become 10 times, 50 times or 100 times, because they are getting good dividend in the daily price appreciation they are seeing. So why should I sell that share? Like that, many MNC companies were there. They were going up, valuation become from 30 PE, it will become 50 PE. 50 to 75, 75 to 100 PE. Just if it will keep on PE expansion will be happening. So this Whirlpool, no. It's a US listed company, it's an US company. In US, the stock trades around 6-7 PE only it used to trade. Whereas in Indian Whirlpool, what happened was that the Indian stock, it was trading around 100 PE. And US Whirlpool parent company, it was owning 75% stake. And some of the stakes were owned by Indian mutual funds. And the parent Whirlpool decided that Indian price is very high and they want to reduce debt in US. So they decided to sell 24% of their stake. Last year they decided to sell. So from 75 it came to 51. So the price, what happened is stock price from 2,300 rupees, it came to 1,250 rupees it came. When the promoter last year decided to sell 24% of stake because they felt that valuation is very high in India and they want to sell, and with that money they want to reduce debt. And for 51% they reduced it, and who bought it means most of the mutual funds only bought that. Even at 1,200 rupees, the Whirlpool India was around 60-70 PE it was trading. So they sold it. Now again Whirlpool India promoter, what they are saying that now we are having 51%, and again we are going to sell another 30% in current year we are going to sell. So the 75% promoter, his stake is going to become 20 now, and those who bought thinking that Whirlpool will at least maintain 51%, they were now disappointed now, because parent company decided to sell further. So the price, if you see that, it went to the 2000 again. Now again it fell to 1150. So the point is that you cannot corner the share and you keep on hike the stock price. When price is too high, someone will come and sell it at some point of time. So in this case, promoter itself coming and selling. Similarly, another company, ZF Commercial, a German-based company, they also sold a stake. Now they are holding some 51 or 60.
That's steering making.
Many auto ancillaries they are having. Multiple companies are there in ZF. Akzo India, the Dulux paint manufacturer, they are decided to sell the entire company. I think Berger Paint and some are JSW Paint, they are bidding for it. Who is giving the highest price, they will sell. So the point is that if the valuation is very high, someone will come and sell it. Just like valuation is very low, someone will come and buy. The same thing, if valuation is very high and if you keep on jacking the price, hiking the PE ratio without linking to their growth, means some point of time someone will come and sell and price will come to the rational level. So that has happened now. In Whirlpool India is a perfect example for many domestic fund managers, I will tell. And from here on, I expect some rational movement in stock prices in near term. Most of the story writing in the last 1 year is almost over. Again, it will come in the future, but at least in the near term, when market is range bound, some rational movement we may expect in near term. In economy, I see in the last two earning season, the result season is very weak, but I see some green shoot is emerging. Even GDP growth also was below expected, but some green shoots have started coming in. I feel that from this fourth quarter onwards, I feel that the economy will start improving, and next year, because of the cut in direct tax, that also will start showing impact. So one major indicator was that the GST collection. If you see in the last 2 years, 3 years, the GST collection used to be consistently 12%. But in the last 7-8 months, if you see that, it started falling. Immediately it fell to 10%. In September, October, if you see that, it was in single digit. 6%, 9%, 8.5, 7.5. It fell to single digit. And the main reason was that government spending was less, like that they told it. And now after many months of single digit, now again the GST collection back to the old normal level of 12% growth. January GST collection is almost 12% higher, which used to be last 2 years, 3 years average. So this indicates that we are seeing some growth coming back, which was lagged during this month, September, October, November, during this festival month. Even July, August also it was less. So this is one of the big indicator that economy is bouncing back from the low we have seen in the mid last year. The other green shoot which I am seeing is that the passenger vehicle sales is improving. In the month of January, if you see, it is 16% up when compared to last year. Two-wheeler 4% up, commercial vehicle 8% up, and three-wheeler 7, tractor 5. So the passenger vehicle, which was lagging behind for the last 1 year, it is showing some signs of growth, and many auto dealers were saying that the inventory level is coming down, and that's why if you see the Hyundai, the stock price is now slowly inching towards the issue price now. It was at a good discount since listing. Now it is nearing to 1,900, 1,960 was the issue price. It is nearing to it, and Maruti stock price also going up. So the GST collection coupled with decent auto sales indicate that some economy is showing some signs of revival. And RBI has cut repo rate, and from 6.5 they have brought to 6.25. So the first rate cut after 5 years. This is the last rate cut they done it during the COVID time. After that, 5 years. After 5 years, they have again done the rate cut, and I expect that another one more rate cut come. Maybe not immediately. 3 or 4 months down the line, it will come, and the entire current year we may say around 50 basis point cut. It will be a shallow rate cut cycle this time. And because of rate cut, it's not going to have much meaningful impact, just a sentimental boost. That's all. This one.
But this thing, no, the flat, I mean, real estate will boost up, no?
A little bit as a psychological boost. That's all. That's all. And Q3 results are coming, and if you see that sales has gone up by 5.9%, whereas net profit by 8%. So Q3 around 1,240 companies has come. So Q3 when compared to Q2, I feel it is somewhat better. When incrementally some boost is there, but Q4 I expect it will be a very good improvement. That's what I feel. It will be in double digit. Net profit growth will be double digit. Even in this case also, if you see, the large caps has done growth was less, whereas the mid cap company growth was very high. Small cap again the growth was less. So if you segregate between large, mid and small, means large and small the growth was less, whereas mid cap many companies have shown good growth. And it's a mixed results. Many companies has done very badly. Similarly, many companies has done well. So one sector which has done very good performance was the pharma sector. Most of the company has posted very good results. Companies which are in API like Aarti Pharma and Laurus Lab and generic companies, generic Zydus Life, Cipla, every Cipla. Then Dr. Reddy was average, whereas Cipla and Zydus was good, and most of the pharma companies the results were good. And even if you see that in the last 1 week they have outperformed the market. Even the market was falling, they were holding on, and I feel that they will continue to do well in the next 1 to 2 quarters because results were good, and many of the companies were exporting to US. So when rupee depreciation happens means they will get benefit from it. And because of rupee depreciation, we have to see some of the export oriented companies, they will do very well. But what we have to watch is that whether they are exporting to US, that's what we have to see it. Suppose a company which is exporting to Europe means they will not benefit much because Indian rupee hasn't depreciated against euro. So they will not benefit much. Whereas if they are exporting to US means they will benefit because of rupee depreciation. So many IT companies, their major portion of revenue comes from US only, and even though they have some, for example, Infosys get around 70-75% revenue from US, whereas they have Euro revenue also they have, that will around 20% it will be there. But net they will benefit because most of the revenue comes from US, and most of the IT companies will benefit because of rupee depreciation. Pharma companies, if you see Zydus, they got an forex gain of 120 crores because they mainly 49% of their business comes from US. Whereas another company called Sharada Crop, they have written off forex loss. They have shown it because they export mainly to Europe. So we have to see the export oriented companies whether they are exporting to US or other parts of country. We have to see it. Only companies they are exporting to US, they will benefit from it. And pharma sector, they have done good results this time. Overall results were better than Q2 performance, but Q4 will be very good. That is the next quarter results. We can see some meaningful changes. And this is a very important chart, Nifty EPS chart. This is for the last 24 years it has been plotted, and if you see that every 4 years, 5 years, what is the growth the Nifty companies has shown, and if you put the stock price also, it will be in line with that index. Only thing is that sometimes what happens is that when PE expansion happens, then the Nifty would have gone much more than the Nifty earnings growth, and this is the period where the huge growth has happened. FY2 to FY7, almost 25% growth was there at that time.
The expected this thing is 12%.
For yes,
Up to
27, yes. And this is after the growth of 25%, then we had a flat earnings growth of just 8%, and then FY 12 to 20 just 4% growth was there. if you take the long term. Then the COVID rise came. At that time, most companies gained and a huge growth was there. So the FY24 to FY25, that is in current year, and from 980 it is expected to go to 1035. That means just 5% growth is expected in Nifty EPS. So at the start of last year, if you see that the expectation was around 15%, now it has narrowed to 5%. Next year, around 15% is expected. Next year growth, we have to see how it pans out. But it's a very important chart. Almost all analysts use this chart for Nifty projection and Sensex projection.
But this is started with only 50 companies, no?
Current Nifty 50 companies. Foreign institutions selling, they are continuously selling now. So last year, from January to December, they sold almost 3 lakh crore in the cash market. Net it will be much less because some of the shares they sold, they again reinvested in IPO market and QIP like that. And in January also heavy selling was there, 87,000 crores. In February, somewhat moderated now. We have to see how it pans out. And because of heavy selling by foreign institutions, what is happening now? Mutual funds were buying. They gradually, if you see, then this is the last 15-year slide, and this is the FII ownership. Now it is gradually coming down. FII ownership is coming down, whereas the domestic institution ownership, it is going up. Why it is going up? Mainly because huge money is coming in mutual fund. Mutual fund inflows are higher and mutual funds are buying. That is why the domestic ownership has been going up. Now it is almost at par with the foreign institutional ownership. Most probably by next year, even if they don't sell or buy means, then gradually it will cross the foreign ownership. It will cross domestic institution. Retail is almost flat. So mostly retails are participating through the mutual fund only, indirectly only they are participating. That is why the domestic ownership is going up. Mutual fund inflows this month hasn't come January. It will come mostly on Monday. It will come, and till last month it was very strong. Almost nearly 30 to 40,000 crores we are getting every month. I feel that in January it may be a little lower. SIP it is going up. It is almost 26,000 crores per month getting mutual funds. But one thing what I see is that retail investors still now not yet panicked. So because we have this SEBI registered PMS, we have, and if clients wants to put more money only. No one is panicking and exiting from the market. So the retail panic is not there till now. And events to watch, if you see that Q3 results we have to by next Friday it will get over. 14th is the last day. It will get over Q3 results. The Trump action we have to see because daily he is telling one thing and what he is going to do. We don't know whether we will implement or not what he has said. We don't know. And next week Modi, our Prime Minister Modi is visiting to US. 2 days he is going to France and then another 2 days he is going to US. So any major agreement signing has happened that we have to see next week. So immediate Q watch is this our Prime Minister Modi visit to US that will have immediate impact. Thank you.